Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Table for Two, where strangers become friends and friends turn into family. And this is our website for anyone who wants to go there. And today we are meeting again with Stevenson the Streeper, who has been so kind to put up with me to keep coming back and asking him questions. So for today, um, we were going to kind of go into a little bit of I think we discussed sort of how you come up with games and stuff like that. Is that correct? Or
Right. So we can talk about specifically one of the many methods with which you can use to potentially design
okay,
some games from a theoretical perspective.
great.
Um, so there are a lot of different perspectives on how to make any kind of art. And of course, game design is art. And so as such, there's a wide of perspectives and directions you can take things. But one of the very useful tools that I like to use sometimes is a concept called vignetting or vignettes. Um, so the idea is fairly easy to explain, and the tricky part is executing it. So, um, if you have an idea for a game, and you do, because if you think you don't have one, literally just walk outside. Um, you will find every ideas are a dime a dozen. Ask an AI, whatever. The idea isn't important. Just pick one, and then if you don't think it's the right one, pick it. Lock yourself into it. Whatever it is. Then think of a vignette. And a vignette is basically a snapshot in your mind of an emotional state or a exact action or even like an actual like photo in your mind of your players playing your game. What are they doing? What are they picking up? Are they pushing a bunch of money into a market? Are they bartering with each other? Are they role playing with each other? What are they feeling? What are they thinking? What are they doing? In that exact snapshot in time. Don't worry about exactly how. Don't worry about how about is it about the theme. Don't worry about story unless the story is part of your vignette.
Yeah.
Um, the reason why this is a powerful technique is that it is effectively a keyframe, a specific thing that you are building towards, so that you can try to recreate that vignette using systems, mechanics, and dynamics.
And this vignette is like a snapshot in the middle of the game, not necessarily like the final part or the very beginning, right?
It could be any part of it.
Okay.
It could be the way the game starts. It could be a specific thing about how the game is put together. Easy example. I think it was Weird Giraffe that has the little Mint games,
Hmm.
Mint Tycoon, and some of the various other ones. That if you were designing that game from scratch, it's entirely possible. I've not heard about how they designed it, but it's entirely conceivable that one of their vignettes could have been a game that fits in an Altoids tin. Um, and so the snapshot is someone holding an Altoids tin, and inside is a game. Another vignette could be like a picture in your mind of a board strewn with thousands of plastic pieces and somebody pointing and yelling at someone across the table. That's also a vignette. Um, or it can be an emotional state, an emotive state. Like, for example, I want to trade five things with you in exchange for a different thing. Like that, simple as it is also a vignette.
Okay. And you just sort of write this down, try to create a picture, what's or whatever mode works for you.
So if you want to be studious about it, you could create a game design document. Again,
Mm,
another thing from video game design. And you can write all this down in a way that makes sense to you. I personally don't. Not because I'm a god and amazing, but also because, frankly, my vignettes I usually work with five-ish
okay.
in a single session, and then I sort of like amalgamate them together, and then from there I'm able to weave some baseline concepts and then put those into a document.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
uh, these are often theoretical, these vignettes, but writing them down can absolutely work. Just be sure not to get caught up on the process of documentation
Mm,
too much, because it's not that necessarily that oh, if you write it down, you'll destroy the artistic value. No, you're going to get so caught up in documentation, you're going to forget to actually make the dang game.
yeah,
This is one. This is another thing you need to avoid here: is be careful to put too much work into things that isn't actually the game.
that makes sense.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's why I would never recommend something like a worksheet. Um, you could, in theory, do something like one of those creative juice worksheet type situations if for some bizarre reason you actually don't have any ideas, which you do have ideas. Just meditate on it for a bit, give it a day or two, you'll have an idea.
Well, you had mentioned to me before and another time that you have a new game coming out. I think you said in 2 weeks.
2 months.
2 months, sorry. First of all, what's the game? And then can you give an example of like the vignette that you created before when you were deciding to create this game?
Yeah, sure. I am making a new game called Parlor Nouveau. It is a physical installation game. Otherwise known as a puzzle bar, closely related cousin of an escape room.
Okay.
Um, so this is going to be installed at a cidery at a local cider brewing
Ooh,
company.
okay.
And people buy tickets. It's for 2 to 6 players, and they come sit down for an hour, and an actor plays a card game with them that is based off of Balatro. Um, uh, you solve puzzles in order to get in-game currency. You use that in-game currency to buy more puzzles and buy card packs, which then are added to your deck to allow you to play the card game better in order to earn victory points.
Wow. That
Um,
that that's so fascinating because it feels like it's taking some different things from different types of games like deck building and the whole bit and puzzle.
mhm.
That's amazing. That sounds awesome.
It is a booze infused puzzle crafted hybrid experience with a live actor.
So when you say booze infused,
You get a cider with every purchase.
wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. That sounds like fun. So okay, so what was your one of your first vignettes, if you remember, for
Yeah,
the
sure. There are a couple of them because more often than not, you don't. It's not very often that you have like a vignette that's so strong that you can build the entire game around it.
right?
But um, for me, a lot of my vignettes are actually the hard requirements of the actual game. So, for example, this is a game that must be very simple to teach. I need to imagine people who are drunk or who are not normally gamers, being able to accept the rules of this game as they are being taught it. The other one is rolling start. I need to be able to have a tutorial that smoothly integrates into the game itself.
Mm.
Um, because no one is going, the general public does not sit down for a rules explanation that's longer than 30 seconds. Um, uh, the third is one of the vignettes is the idea of somebody opening a card pack
Hmm.
um, that they were able to have access to. The excitement of opening a card pack and seeing what they got. Um,
Back in the days of Magic the Gathering, I can understand that.
mhm. If people are into Magic the Gathering, then I want people to be like, "Oh my gosh, this is like opening card packs." Yes. Um, and if people who haven't done it before, I want them to be like, "Oh, I see what the appeal is." Um, is the direction that I'm hoping that that heads into. It's just that the twist here is that you buy those card packs with in-game currency.
Right.
Um, so the card packs was a vignette. The actual game itself, in terms of like simple to understand yet collaborative, um, are also vignettes. The idea um, of like a someone who is not a gamer holding a hand of cards, trying to pick and place cards while looking meaningfully at their other players. It was also a vignette.
Yeah,
Uh,
like very cool. So what's the name? Or you got the name yet?
Parlor Nouveau.
Oh, Parliament. You did say that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Very good. It's called Parlor Nouveau, and my company, the Puzzlearium, will be running it, and details will be on my website.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And is it one that you can come and play again? I assume I guess you can keep playing it. It's not like a puzzle room in a sense where you've solved the puzzles and boom, you can keep coming back, I would assume.
Yes. It's called Parlor Nouveau because I actually had an escape room that is basically the 1.0 version of this.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it was called the Parlor. Um,
Ah,
and it was an escape room that was also secretly a resource management game.
oh,
Uh, you would choose which puzzles to solve, and the more difficult a puzzle it was, the more chips you would earn. Um, you
yeah.
needed to purchase the key to escape the room using chips.
Oh,
And
interesting. Okay. So
mhm,
you could potentially do a whole bunch of like really cheaper ones, but you'd be doing a lot of puzzles, or you could try going.
exactly.
Cool.
And you can buy the really expensive puzzle, but then you're betting that you can actually do it.
Solve it.
And of course, you can have all the hints you want, but every hint costs chips.
Oh,
Um, to that end, though, Parlor Nouveau works off of the same way. In fact, if you at the end of the game, the deck of cards you're playing with is actually a souvenir you get to take with you.
oh,
Um,
cool.
because over the course of the game, you will be able to purchase upgraded cards that slot into your deck, just like in Bellatra.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
that new upgraded deck comes back with you if you decide to play again, and you can start from where you left off.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay. So definitely get people eager to come back.
Hmm.
Well,
Um,
fantastic. We're kind
yeah.
of running out of time, so I'm sorry to cut this off, but I'm excited for this. This sounds
Hmm.
fantastic. And so you'll be announcing where and whatnot in about 2 months, correct?
Yep. It will be at Serpentine Cider up in Miramar.
Okay.
And it is going to be weekends in May and June.
Excellent.
Um, the tickets will go on sale in about a week.
Serpentine Cider on
Hmm.
Miramar. Is that like right in front of the Air Force Base or?
Yes,
Okay.
or at Convoy Street. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay, that helps.
it is within walking distance of At Ease Games.
Okay. I know exactly where that is.
Hmm.
So fantastic.
Not close
And
walking distance, but
also I know you're going to have some sort of big gaming convention coming up. And again,
mhm.
for people to be watching your site for information on that.
Of
So
course, yes. Details will also be on my mailing list and website, which I
fantastic.
actually need to get back to updating. That's what I'm doing today.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you again soon. And let me quickly follow up with the information for everybody so that they know what we got going here. This is table for two in our information. And then we have all the Puzzlarium information right there. Please check him out on the different sites. And definitely to make sure you're getting the information that's coming up. So again, thank you so much. And now I got to figure out how to stop. No, okay. I guess I have to stop sharing